The Forgotten Frontier. The vast emptiness of deep space stretched before Captain Elena Rodriguez, her eyes fixed on the holographic display that mapped the unexplored regions beyond human-controlled space. The bridge of the research vessel Horizon hummed with quiet intensity, a testament to humanity's relentless pursuit of knowledge. Elena had spent years navigating the treacherous boundaries of known space, always pushing further, always searching for something more. Her reputation among her peers was that of a maverick, someone who refused to accept the limitations others imposed. The stellar cartography team had warned her about this sector, calling it a dead zone, a region of space where previous exploration missions had mysteriously vanished. But Elena knew better. The absence of data was not a warning to retreat, it was an invitation to discover. Dr. Marcus Chen, the ship's lead xenobiologist, approached her with a datapad clutched tightly in his hand. His usually calm demeanor was electric with excitement. "Captain, you need to see this," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. The holographic display shifted, revealing a series of quantum anomalies that defied conventional understanding. Unusual energy signatures pulsed and flickered, creating patterns that seemed almost intentional, too precise to be random, yet too complex to be natural. "These readings," Marcus continued, "they're unlike anything we've ever encountered. It's as if something is trying to communicate, but not through any method we currently understand." Elena studied the display, her mind racing. Humanity had long been considered a minor player in the galactic community, often overlooked and frequently underestimated. The major alien civilizations viewed humans as primitive, barely worthy of acknowledgement. But moments like these, moments of unexplained complexity, suggested there was far more to humanity than met the eye. The Horizon's advanced sensors continued to probe the mysterious region. Each sweep revealed new layers of complexity. Strange quantum entanglements danced across the display, creating intricate networks that seemed to pulse with an almost living intelligence. "We're detecting multiple dimensional intersections," announced Sarah Wong, the ship's quantum physics specialist. Her fingers danced across her console, recalibrating instruments to capture more precise data. "These aren't just random energy signatures. There's a pattern here, a deliberate, structured communication." Elena felt a familiar surge of anticipation. This was why she had chosen this life, to challenge the boundaries of human knowledge, to prove that humanity was capable of understanding things far beyond what others believed possible. The ship's communication systems suddenly crackled to life. A transmission began to form, not in any known language, but in a series of quantum wave patterns that gradually resolved into recognizable information. It was as if the very fabric of space was speaking directly to them. Marcus leaned closer to the display, his scientific skepticism momentarily replaced by pure wonder. "It's a map," he said slowly. "Or more accurately, a key. A key to something vast and incomprehensible." The transmission revealed glimpses of extraordinary technological potential. Hints of dimensional travel, of energy manipulation that defied current scientific understanding. It was an invitation, or perhaps a challenge, from something or someone waiting in the depths of space. Elena knew they stood at a pivotal moment. This discovery could change everything humanity understood about its place in the universe. The alien civilizations that had dismissed humans as primitive would soon learn that humanity's potential was far greater than anyone had imagined. "Prepare a full data package," she commanded. "We're going to document every single detail of this transmission. Whatever is out there, we're going to understand it." As the Horizon continued its silent drift through the mysterious sector, the quantum anomalies continued their intricate dance. Something was waiting. Something was watching. And humanity was about to prove that it was ready for whatever challenge the universe might present. The Forgotten Frontier was about to become humanity's greatest discovery. The Quantum Cipher. The transmission continued to pulse through the Horizon systems, transforming from abstract quantum patterns into something more tangible. Dr. Marcus Chen worked tirelessly, his fingers flying across multiple holographic interfaces, attempting to decode the mysterious signal that had captured their attention. Captain Elena Rodriguez watched intently, her posture rigid with anticipation. The bridge of the research vessel had transformed into a hub of intense concentration, with every crew member focused on unraveling the cosmic puzzle before them. "It's not just a map," Marcus muttered, more to himself than to anyone else. "It's a language. A complex, multidimensional language that operates beyond traditional communication methods." Sarah Wong, the quantum physics specialist, nodded in agreement. Her latest calculations revealed something extraordinary. The transmission wasn't simply sending information, it was adapting, reshaping itself based on the Horizon's attempt to understand it. "Look at this," Sarah said, highlighting a series of intricate wave patterns. "The signal is responding to our analysis. It's learning from us even as we try to learn from it." The implications were staggering. Whatever was sending this transmission possessed an intelligence far beyond conventional understanding. It wasn't just communicating, it was engaging in a form of intellectual dance, matching and challenging the crew's cognitive processes. As hours passed, the crew began to piece together fragments of the mysterious transmission. It spoke of ancient pathways, dimensional corridors that existed between what humans understood as reality. Glimpses of technological capabilities that made current human advancements look like primitive tools appeared and disappeared in rapid succession. Elena noticed something else, a pattern of challenge embedded within the transmission. It was as if some unseen intelligence was testing humanity, probing their capacity for understanding, their potential for growth. "It's a trial," she realized suddenly. This entire transmission is some kind of cosmic assessment. The ship's advanced AI, Aria, Advanced Recursive Intelligence Assistant, began processing the data. Its quantum neural networks worked at speeds incomprehensible to human minds, finding patterns and connections that would have taken traditional computers centuries to decode. "Captain," Aria's smooth voice interrupted the tense silence, "I'm detecting multiple layers of information. The transmission contains not just data, but what can only be described as a technological challenge." Marcus leaned closer to the holographic display. Hidden within the quantum patterns were blueprints, fragments of technological concepts that pushed the boundaries of human imagination. Designs for energy manipulation that could potentially revolutionize space travel, communication methods that transcended physical limitations, and hints of dimensional engineering that made current scientific understanding look like child's play. But there was more. Embedded deep within the transmission was a warning. Glimpses of a cosmic conflict, a threat that existed beyond human comprehension. Something was coming, something that would require humanity to evolve, to transcend its current limitations. "We're being prepared," Elena whispered, a chill running down her spine. "Whatever is sending this transmission isn't just sharing knowledge. It's getting us ready for something." The crew worked without rest, their excitement tempered by a growing sense of cosmic responsibility. They weren't just scientists anymore, they were potential guardians of a knowledge that could change everything. Sarah's latest calculations revealed something even more shocking. The transmission wasn't originating from a single point in space. It was simultaneously everywhere and nowhere, a quantum paradox that defied all known laws of physics. "It's like the universe itself is speaking to us," Marcus said, his voice a mixture of scientific wonder and profound respect. As the Horizon continued its drift through the mysterious sector, the quantum transmission continued its complex dance. Each decoded fragment revealed more questions than answers. Humanity stood at the precipice of a discovery that could redefine its place in the cosmos. The forgotten frontier was revealing its secrets, one quantum wave at a time. The Galactic response. News of the Horizon's discovery spread through the scientific community like wildfire. What had begun as a routine exploration mission had transformed into humanity's most significant breakthrough in cosmic understanding. The quantum transmission continued to challenge everything humans thought they knew about space, reality, and their place in the universe. At the United Earth Scientific Council, a tense emergency session was convened. Representatives from every major research institution gathered in a fortified conference center, holographic displays flickering with the mysterious data captured by the horizon. Dr. Camille Edifier, the Council's lead xenological researcher, stood before the assembled experts. His presentation contained fragments of the transmission that defied conventional explanation. "What we're seeing," he explained, his voice steady despite the magnitude of the discovery, "is not just a communication. It's a complex invitation, or perhaps a warning." The transmission had not gone unnoticed by other galactic civilizations. Within hours of the Horizon's initial discovery, encrypted communications began flooding Earth's communication networks. The Zyarlan Confederacy, a powerful alliance of advanced alien civilizations that had long viewed humanity as a primitive species, was particularly interested. Ambassador Lyra Vex of the Zyarlan appeared on the primary communication channel. Her crystalline form shimmered with an almost dismissive elegance. "Humanity continues to stumble upon mysteries far beyond its comprehension," she said, her voice a melodic blend of condescension and curiosity. "We demand full access to your research findings." Captain Elena Rodriguez, now stationed at the Earth Interstellar Research Center, watched the transmission with a challenging glint in her eye. The Zyarlan had always treated humans as little more than an afterthought, a young species barely worthy of acknowledgement. Now, everything was about to change. Dr. Marcus Chen analyzed the alien response carefully. The Zyarlan's communication was unlike their previous interactions. There was an undercurrent of concern, almost fear, hidden beneath their typical patronizing tone. "They're afraid," Marcus whispered to Elena. "Whatever is in that transmission terrifies them more than it intrigues them." Aria, the advanced AI system, began cross-referencing the quantum transmission with historical galactic records. Patterns emerged, subtle connections that suggested the mysterious signal was part of something much larger. Fragments of ancient cosmic conflicts, hints of technological thresholds that civilizations either transcended or were destroyed by. The Horizon's crew became instant celebrities and persons of extreme interest. Government agencies, scientific institutions, and alien diplomatic corps all wanted access to their research. But Elena knew they were only scratching the surface of something profound. A secondary analysis revealed something even more shocking. The quantum transmission was adaptive, it was changing, evolving based on the different civilizations attempting to decode it. For humans, it presented technological blueprints. For the Zyarlan, it seemed to trigger deep-seated historical memories. "It's not just a message," Sarah Wong concluded after weeks of intensive research. "It's a test. A cosmic assessment of technological and cognitive potential." The Zyarlan Confederacy's response grew more aggressive. Diplomatic channels became increasingly tense. For the first time, humanity was not simply being ignored, it was being recognized as a potential threat. Ambassador Vex's final transmission was particularly revealing. "Humanity stands at a threshold," she warned. "The knowledge you are accessing is not meant for young civilizations. Some mysteries are better left undisturbed." But Elena and her team knew better. Humanity had always been defined by its insatiable curiosity, its ability to challenge limitations. Whatever cosmic challenge awaited them, they would face it head-on. The forgotten frontier was no longer forgotten. Humanity had announced its arrival on the galactic stage, and the universe was about to take notice. The quantum threshold. Deep within the most secure research facility on Earth, a team of the world's most brilliant scientists worked in complete isolation. The facility, buried beneath the Atacama Desert, hummed with an energy that defied conventional understanding. At its center stood the Nexus, a quantum computational matrix designed to interact with the mysterious transmission from deep space. Dr. Elena Rodriguez and Dr. Marcus Chen stood before the massive holographic interface, watching as the quantum cipher continued to evolve. The Nexus was more than just a computer, it was humanity's first attempt to communicate directly with the cosmic intelligence that had first contacted the horizon. "We're close," Marcus muttered, his fingers dancing across quantum reactive interfaces. Each interaction reveals more of the underlying structure. The global scientific community watched with a mixture of anticipation and fear. The Zyrlon Confederacy had issued multiple warnings, diplomatic channels were becoming increasingly strained, and rumors of potential conflict spread like wildfire. Suddenly, the Nexus came alive in a way no one had anticipated. The holographic display exploded with intricate patterns, dimensional blueprints that seemed to breathe with an almost living intelligence. Sarah Wong, monitoring the quantum resonance, gasped. "It's responding," she said, her voice a mixture of excitement and terror. "Not just processing, responding." The transmission was no longer a passive communication. It was engaging with humanity, testing their cognitive limits, probing their potential for understanding. Fragments of technological concepts beyond human comprehension began to take shape, designs for energy manipulation that could rewrite the fundamental laws of physics, communication methods that transcended space and time. Aria, the advanced AI system, began processing the information at speeds that made traditional computing look prehistoric. "The transmission contains multiple layers of information," Aria reported. "It's not just sharing knowledge. It's evaluating humanity's readiness for something much larger." Ambassador Lyra Vex of the Zyrlon Confederacy appeared on the global communication network, her crystalline form vibrating with an intensity that suggested deep concern. "Humanity approaches a threshold it cannot comprehend," she warned. "Some knowledge is too dangerous for young civilizations." But Elena understood something the aliens did not. Humanity's greatest strength had always been its ability to adapt, to challenge limitations, to push beyond what others believed possible. The Nexus continued its quantum dance. With each interaction, the transmission revealed more, hints of a cosmic conflict that existed beyond human understanding. Something was coming. Something that would require humanity to evolve, to transcend its current limitations. Marcus discovered the first true breakthrough. Hidden within the quantum patterns was a blueprint, not just for technology, but for a method of dimensional navigation that could revolutionize space travel. It was an invitation, a challenge from something vast and incomprehensible. "We're being prepared," Elena realized, a chill running down her spine. Whatever is sending this transmission isn't just sharing knowledge. It's getting us ready for something. The global reaction was immediate. Military leaders, scientific institutions, and government bodies convened emergency sessions. Humanity stood at the precipice of its greatest discovery, and its greatest challenge. As the day progressed, the quantum transmission began to shift. What had been a complex but somewhat comprehensible communication became something else entirely. Glimpses of cosmic conflicts, hints of civilizations that had risen and fallen, began to emerge. The Zyrlon were no longer just concerned. They were afraid. Humanity has accessed something it was never meant to understand, Ambassador Vex's final transmission warned. But it was too late. The quantum threshold had been crossed. The forgotten frontier was revealing its secrets, and humanity was ready to listen. The cosmic conflict. The quantum transmission had transformed from a mysterious signal to a critical warning. As humanity decoded more of its intricate layers, a terrifying picture began to emerge, a cosmic conflict that had been brewing for millennia, with Earth unwittingly positioned at its epicenter. Dr. Elena Rodriguez stood in the Nexus control room, her eyes fixed on the holographic display that now showed glimpses of civilizations locked in a conflict beyond human comprehension. Sarah Wong worked frantically beside her, trying to make sense of the fragmented information. "It's not just a war," Sarah said, her voice trembling. "It's a multidimensional conflict that threatens the very fabric of existence." The transmission revealed fragments of an ancient struggle. Civilizations far more advanced than humanity or the Zyrlon had been fighting a war that transcended traditional concepts of space and time. These were beings that could manipulate reality itself, fighting over principles and resources that human minds could barely conceive. Arya, the advanced AI system, began correlating the information. The conflict originates from dimensional instabilities, the AI reported. Certain civilizations have discovered methods of dimensional manipulation that create cascading effects across multiple realities. Marcus Chen discovered the most critical piece of the puzzle. The quantum transmission was more than just a message, it was a recruitment call. Humanity had been identified as a potential variable in this cosmic conflict, a wild card that could potentially tip the balance. The Zyrlon Confederacy's communications became increasingly desperate. Ambassador Lyra Vex's transmissions were no longer condescending. They were pleading. "You do not understand the forces you are about to unleash," she warned. "Humanity is being manipulated, drawn into a conflict that will destroy everything you know." But Elena and her team had already gone too far to turn back. The quantum cipher had revealed too much, shown them a universe far more complex and dangerous than anyone had imagined. Global preparations began in earnest. Military leaders, scientific institutions, and government bodies worked together in a way humanity had never achieved before. The quantum transmission had done more than reveal a cosmic conflict, it had united humanity in a way nothing else could. Prototype technologies emerged from the decoded blueprints. Quantum drives that could navigate dimensional barriers, energy systems that drew power from the fabric of reality itself, communication methods that could pierce through dimensional walls. The Horizon, now retrofitted with experimental quantum technologies, prepared for its most important mission. Its crew understood they were no longer just explorers, they were potential defenders of reality itself. Sarah's final analysis was both terrifying and exhilarating. "We're not just being invited to a conflict," she told Elena. "We're being prepared to be its solution." As the final pieces of the quantum transmission came into focus, humanity realized the true nature of its cosmic potential. The civilizations that had once mocked them now watched in terror. Humanity was no longer the primitive species to be ignored. It was becoming something else entirely. The forgotten frontier had revealed its greatest secret. And humanity was ready to answer the call. The Dimensional Forge. The world had changed. What was once theoretical had become humanity's new reality. The Nexus Research Facility transformed into humanity's first dimensional engineering center, a testament to how quickly the species could adapt when faced with an unprecedented challenge. Dr. Elena Rodriguez stood before the massive quantum interface, watching as humanity's first true dimensional prototype took shape. The Dimensional Forge, as the team had christened it, was unlike anything ever conceived. It wasn't just a machine. It was a bridge between realities. "We're not just observing the dimensional conflict," Marcus Chen explained to a select group of international leaders. "We're preparing to actively participate in it." The quantum transmission had revealed more than just a conflict. It had shown humanity a glimpse of its true potential. Civilizations that had existed for millions of years had overlooked something fundamental, the human capacity for rapid adaptation and innovation. Arya, the advanced AI, had become more than just a computational system. It had evolved, becoming a critical interface between human understanding and the complex dimensional mathematics of the cosmic conflict. "The dimensional barriers are more fluid than previously understood," Arya reported. "Humanity's unique cognitive approach makes us ideal dimensional navigators." Sarah Wong's research had uncovered the most shocking revelation. The cosmic conflict wasn't just about territorial expansion or resource acquisition. It was a battle for the very fundamental laws of reality itself. Certain civilizations had discovered methods of manipulating dimensional structures, creating cascading effects that could potentially unravel entire realities. The Zyrlon Confederacy's final transmission was a mixture of fear and grudging respect. Ambassador Lyra Vex's crystalline form flickered with an intensity that suggested total desperation. "You do not comprehend the forces you are about to engage," she warned. "This is not a conflict that can be won through conventional means. The very fabric of existence is at stake." But humanity had never been good at being told what it could or could not do. The dimensional forge began to take shape. It was a marvel of engineering that defied previous understanding of physics. Quantum entanglement generators, dimensional resonance chambers, reality manipulation matrices, each component was a breakthrough that would have been considered impossible mere months ago. The Horizon, now more than just a research vessel, had been completely retrofitted. Its quantum drive could now navigate dimensional barriers with a precision that made previous space travel look like children playing with toy boats. The ship was no longer just a vehicle of exploration, it was humanity's first dimensional warship. Military leaders, scientific researchers, and government officials worked in unprecedented cooperation. The quantum transmission had done more than reveal a cosmic conflict. It had united humanity in a way no previous challenge ever could. "We're not just defending our reality," Elena told her team. "We're expanding the very concept of what reality can be." Prototype technologies emerged at an unprecedented rate. Quantum communication systems that could pierce dimensional walls. Energy systems that drew power from the fundamental fabric of reality. Adaptive technologies that could reshape themselves based on dimensional requirements. The final preparations began. The Horizon would lead humanity's first dimensional expedition, a mission that would either save reality or potentially destroy everything they knew. As the ship's quantum drive powered up, something fundamental changed. Humanity was no longer just a young species waiting to be acknowledged. It was becoming something else entirely. A wild card in a cosmic conflict that would reshape existence itself. The forgotten frontier was about to become humanity's greatest battlefield.